They say, curiosity permits knowledge and knowledge permits greatness. This is TNE Decode, where brilliant minds from HCMUT-UTS transnational education program interact, where the new and the old all converge. And this is also where we decode how AI impacts our lives and its future prospect. For each episode, we invite special guests with fresh perspective and meaningful insights in the field of technology and innovation. I'm your host, Yoshio Nomura, and today we have invited a very special guest, Mr. Jeremy Lindeck. He specializes in IT practices and communications for IT professionals. This is a subject where students learn to interact, learn to adapt in real-time workspaces and projects, helping them succeed in the near future. Mr. Jerry, thank you for being with us today.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me here today.
Students see IT as very technical project. It's something that's relative around coding, hardware, and just generally something very static and not many emotions are involved. But then you decided to write a subject called Communications for IT Professionals. Why do you think communications is so important?
Well, because basically you're designing for people. And when you're designing for people, you must make your solutions not be just the best technical solution, but ones that actually fit with what people need. If your design is too expensive, too inaccessible, or too difficult to use, obviously people aren't going to use it. And however good it is technically, it's going to be a failure.
Right. So from what I get from this subject, it is a subject that highlights around social and cultural environmental impacts on each and every one of our IT solutions. Would you be so kind as to provide us with an example of a real-time IT project failing because they failed to consider human consequences?
Well, this may be a bit controversial because I'm not sure everyone would agree with this. But in Australia, they put all the social services online. So all the government programs, everything all online. Now, this is very difficult for elder people to actually access because they haven't got the technical skills to use it. And also, some people may not have access to computers that easily. So, although for a lot of people this works very well, there's still a large part of the community where it doesn't work at all.
Well, now I think we should discuss about one of the core factors of this subject, which is teamwork. What are the vital aspects of teamwork there, do you think, Mr. Jeremy?
First of all, I think it's very important to be flexible. Everyone has their own backgrounds and has their own particular ideas about what they want to do, but you have to compromise. You're not always going to agree. You've all got different strengths and weaknesses. So it's really important that you work together to make these strengths work for the team and to cover other people's problems. If you're doing this, the team will be successful. One of the things that we try and make students realize is at the start that there are going to be problems and there are going to be times when we disagree. And so we get scenarios of what these problems are likely to be and get students to work out before they actually experience them themselves the type of solutions that they might improvise to solve these issues.
I see you've mentioned about diversity in terms of student backgrounds and perspective. How do you think students can actually leverage these advantages in team projects and just overall teamwork?
Well, you're going to have some people in your team who are, for example, very, very good at coding. Other people may be better at some of the statistical analysis of something. You'll have people who are better at presenting. And you can use these so that everybody is working to their strengths and have other people covering their weaker areas.
Speaking of weakness, though, I think, well, obviously, from the perspective of a student, anyone starts out with a weakness in this subject. However, throughout the courses, I think they should have somewhat managed to patch up their weaknesses. So from your perspective as a lecturer, what do you think of the students' progress in being able to, become better at tackling their weakness?
I think one of the main issues of this is students don't only learn from their lecturers. Students learn a lot from each other. The skills improve when you work with other people with better skills. Other students show the weak students how to do things. And also, one of the things that's not so readily realized is people actually improve their skills by sharing them and teaching them with other people. So through sharing your strengths with other people, you actually improve yourself as well.
So in this subject, there is actually a full cycle of design stages that students must go through in their individual projects. On which stage do students struggle the most, and how does that reveal beginners' procedures in IT1?
I think probably empathize. The reason for this is the students are excited about coding and AI and all the great technical solutions they're going to find. And then they realize that actually there's a budget and the people that are going to be using this have fairly low technical skills. And so because of this, they find it hard to drop these high-powered technical solutions for something that will actually work for the users. And one of the main things that we really want people to learn, and I do think it's difficult, is that high tech is not always the best solution. It's often that you need a solution that is going to meet the people's needs. That's really important that you research the end users before you start developing a solution for those end users. In the end, they're designing for people, and the design has to meet the needs of people who are going to use it. If a design doesn't do that, it is a failure. It doesn't matter how technically brilliant it is, it needs to actually meet the needs of the users.
Right. So, from what I get, it is about psychology of to up people and the community's needs, isn't it?
It's about psychology, it's about economics, it's about background, it's about culture. There's a whole lot of different elements to this. For example, which is a very small island, which is 350 kilometers off the Australian mainland. All their food needs to be imported, which means it's about 3 times as expensive as anywhere else. And yet they have about half the income the rest of Australia. Therefore, anything that costs a lot of money or asks the people to spend money on this, it's not going to work. Even if in the long run there's savings, they can't meet the initial barrier of the down payment for some solution. So we have to consider that. We also have to consider their culture. For example, a lot of what they do is connected with either religion or with their background and their main source of a living, which is fishing. So yeah, it's really important to think about what people are actually doing, what their life is like, before trying to make a solution for them. We're trying to understand what they need and how we can best meet those needs.
Right. So I think we can sort of briefly conclude that it's about psychology and mental concerns of both community side and also those who are actually involved in the project. So how do you think psychology safety should be executed in a team project?
I think one of the things is that there must be an atmosphere in class and also within the teams that anything that is said is, there's no stupid answers, that you can say, you can come up with any idea and it will be taken seriously and it will be critiqued within the team, and eventually it will be either accepted or rejected, and that's good either way. So the opposite to that is there being no stupid answers. You also need to be able to accept other people's ideas and other people's thoughts and say sort of, okay, to see your point, maybe my idea is not as good as the other person's. So really, what I'm saying here is, don't just hang on to your own perspective. You need to be open to perspectives from other people as well.
I've been in a project myself, and I've had my team members going, wow, that's a great idea. That's awesome, man. Every time I propose an idea that may or may not actually be good. So in your perspective, what do you think, how do you distinguish an idea that is actually well justified, practical, from ideas that are under the facade of simply being great idea?
In a strange way, I would say simplicity. I think that the best ideas are usually the simple ones, where it goes directly to the heart of the problem. It's not going around in circles and then tackling the problem in the end. So we're looking for an idea that tackles the main need of the stakeholders. I think within groups, and I think this is something that you learn as you go on, is that honesty is really important. Now, most of the people who are saying that's a great idea may not really actually think it's a great idea, but they don't want to offend and don't want to upset the other people in the group. So there comes a point where you have to be totally honest with each other and accept that other people are going to be honest with you as well. So I think that judging ideas and everything, you have to look at people coming back to what you're trying to achieve. This is why you are provided with a brief, and you would be provided with a brief in industry as well, which says, okay, you need to be successful, you need to do this, this, and this. This is also why we ask you to develop design criteria, which state what your solution needs to achieve. And if it achieves both solutions, it's a successful idea. If it doesn't, it's not.
That is very insightful. So I have one last question, and it's about giving advice. In particular, if what would be the one important advice you'll be giving to IT graduates?
I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to say two things here, actually. I think the first is be flexible. IT, like most professions, is changing very quickly, and your career path may well be totally different from what you expect it to be now. And a lot of the jobs that you think that you might be going for now will have totally changed by the time you graduate. The second part of advice, which is equally important, is enjoy yourself. Make sure that you do something that you actually enjoy doing, because you're going to be working for an awful long time. So it's really important that you don't hate going into work every day.
Mr. Jeremy, thank you for such an insightful conversation. You know, your answer, being flexible, reminds me that communications for IT professionals is just not something that is technical, but what actually matters the most here is how members in an IT project collaborate, communicate, and brainstorm to come up with a great solution that actually works for the community. Folks, if you enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for more conversations in the near future with experts and innovators. Keep learning, keep coding, and stay curious. My name is Yoshio Nomura, your host for this episode, and this was TNE Decode.